All right, all right. Welcome to Campus Connection. It is another Tuesday evening slash afternoon. I don't know anymore. But we are in the month of December and we are officially on our last episode of this year. Wow. Where did the time go? Because, it's almost Christmas and we literally just started 2024. I don't know how come this is happening, but hello, hello, hello to all of you who are listening. If you're listening to us on Love 101 FM, hello to you. If you are with us on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok at Love 101 FM Jamaica, please, please, please hop on to the live chat and send us your comments. We want to know, how will you be spending Christmas this year? What will you be doing? What are your plans? Will you be going anywhere new? Do you have an adventure planned out? Let us know. We definitely want to hear from you. But while you're coming in and while you're giving us your comments, we certainly want to give you a rundown of today's show. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be awesome. I know I always say that, but this one is going to be good because we're closing out the year in style. And so we have for you today our education news and bulletin, followed by a very special campus alert feature. We have to shout out some students and teachers from Praise Tabernacle Christian Academy, so you want to listen in for that. We also have our honor roll segment with the top teacher from the Carlong Publishers Award, Mrs. Claudette Douglas Webb, and we're looking forward to talking with her. We also have I Chose Christ, a special testimony feature brought to us today by a Kingston College student. And then we're going into our creative block with Mrs. Chantal Gordon, pastry chef extraordinaire. And I'm looking forward to talking with her about her pastry and all that she has to offer. And then, of course, we have our campus celebration that comes on at 6:10. We're looking forward to just chit chatting with all the people who make this show what it is. So every week, guys, you probably hear from us as the hosts, myself and Esther Samuels, by the way, and also Jonathan. You'll hear from us from time to time, but there are a lot of people who work tirelessly behind the scenes to make this show what it is. And it's only fitting that on today's show, we hear from them as well. So you definitely want to stay locked in for that discussion. And that comes up at 6:10. So without further ado, let's get into our education news and bulletin, which is brought to us today by Ashara Barnett, a student at the University of Technology. Listen in as she reads. All right, we don't seem
Education
to.
News and
There
Bulletin
we
for
go.
Tuesday, December 17, 2024. 56 high schools are being targeted under a tactical program being implemented by the Ministry of Education, Skills, Youth, and Information to significantly enhance students' performance in mathematics and English language in the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate (CSEC) examinations. Portfolio Minister, Senator Dr. the Honorable Dana Morris Dixon, provided details during the recent post-cabinet press briefing. She said that the 56 institutions chosen were those assessed as not satisfactory in the National Education Inspectorate (NEI) reports. She stated, quote, "Those are the ones that have been identified for interventions, which include helping the teachers to teach new methods. We are also going in and helping the principals. We are supporting the students more. We are having some of the master teachers assisting them more, so it's multifaceted." End quote. The Ministry of Education, Skills, Youth and Information is making use of artificial intelligence (AI) to transform learning experiences, catering to the individual needs and learning styles of students. Acting Chief Education Officer Terrian Thomas Gale said, quote, "We no longer have to imagine classrooms where technology empowers students, recognizes their unique needs, and adapts to their learning pace. These tools are here now, implemented and supported by the ministry." End quote. She was delivering the keynote address at the Caribbean Examination Council's CXC's annual Staff Appreciation and Awards Luncheon on Friday, December 13, under the theme The Impact of AI on the Education System. Mrs. Thomas Gale highlighted the range of technology tools available in the classroom, which are reshaping the delivery, measurement, and experience of education, challenging us to rethink traditional approaches. In our bulletin, the Interschool Christian Fellowship ISCF CAMPS presents LEAD 2024 Conference from December 27 to 31, 2024 under the theme Uprise, Unstoppable God, Undefeated Leaders. The conference will be held at Moorland Camp in Manchester and the fee is $17,500. There will be leadership training for high school leaders, including ISCF leaders, student council reps and prefects, clubs and societies leaders, as well as local church youth ministry leaders. To register, visit camps.iscfja.com/lead/. You can sponsor a student to attend at the ISCF Camps NCB Mandeville branch, account number 502-653-768. Please spend some time in prayer for this conference and Student Christian Fellowship and Scripture Union, SCFSU, parent body for ISCF and UCCF clubs in our nation's institutions. That was all the news and bulletin we have for you today on Campus Connection. Isaiah 9 verse 6. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Happy holidays and have a blessed new year. I am Ashara Barnett.
Thank you so much, Ashara, for delivering the news so faithfully as always, and certainly for that Christmas greeting. Guys, I don't know. I keep forgetting that yeah, Christmas means the year is done. It's like I'm still yeah, I don't know. Still a bit disoriented. But we are definitely looking forward to the Christmas holidays and I know I am. Are you? I would definitely love to hear from you. What are you going to be doing this Christmas holiday? That's our question for today. You can hop onto our live stream and let us know. You can reach out to us on our Facebook live stream, on YouTube, and we're also live on TikTok at Love 101 FM Jamaica. Hello to you, Dalmain, my bro. Angela Lewis Henry says, I am acknowledging the reason for the season as I always do. That's what I'm talking about. So, this campus alert feature is it comes to us from Praise Tabernacle Christian Academy. So let me give you the backstory, right? They have produced a song, and the name of the song is Jesus a Delight. Jesus a Delight. The song was produced by the music teachers at Praise Tabernacle, Mr. Jackson and Mr. Joel, and the item was done by the students. Now, after reading a Passion and Purity book, the principal came across an article entitled Jesus, the Light of the World. She was inspired to do a kids production, and the song came from that production. And of course, in a very cultural kind of style. So now let's listen in to Jesus, our Delight.
don't know where to go. There's only one option. There's only one way to turn. Jesus Christ. Because him are the true life for the world. So come on, let's sing this song. If you're walking a darkness and can't see your way, you need the light, Jesus Christ. If your burden is heavy and you need a break, come to the light, Jesus Christ. When you look all around you is doom and gloom, call for the light, Jesus Christ. Him are the light for the world. Make him show you where to go, show you where to turn. Make him light up your step, light up your way, making sure you never go astray. Jesus Christ is my delight with the world. When you follow this light, you will never go astray. Jesus Christ is my delight with the world. When you follow this light, you will never go astray. Man love darkness rather than light. No follow them, no follow them. Them full of hypocrisy till they pure life. No follow them, then no follow them. Keep your eye on Jesus Christ. Him a the light and him never tell a lie. Him shining bright so things get lighter. You never miss your step, you never miss your way. You never miss your way. Jesus Christ is my delight with the world. When you follow this light, you will never go astray. Jesus Christ is my delight with the world. When you follow this light, you will never go astray. Man love darkness rather than light. No follow them, no follow them. Them full of hypocrisy till they pure life. No follow them, then no follow them. Keep your eye on Jesus Christ. Him a the light and him never tell a lie. Him shining bright so things get lighter. You never miss your step, you never miss your way. You never miss your way.
All right, all right. Jesus are the light. Wow. I want to say a special shout out to Praise Tabernacle Christian Academy, all the students and teachers who worked to make that song what it was. Jesus is indeed the light, and we love to see our campusites expressing their creativity while lifting up the name of Jesus. We love it. We love it. Round here, that is always welcome. So we want to go now to our honor roll segment. And for today, we have Mrs. Claudette Douglas Webb. She's an educator and she's a senior teacher. Now, Mrs. Douglas Webb recently received a Top Teacher Award from Carlong Publishers. But that's not all. Let me tell you a little bit more about her. She was born in Milk River, Clarendon. Where are the Clarendonians? If you're listening, just hop onto the chat and say, we're here, we're here. She attended Rest Primary School and Keeps Hill High School. She did further studies at the Michael University College, and then she also studied at the University of Technology, Jamaica. She enjoys reading, writing, embroidery, baking, gardening, and making floral arrangements. She has been teaching from an early age and is a disciplinarian. She's a mentor, she's a mother, she's a motivator, and she's an entrepreneur. So let us welcome Mrs. Claudette Douglas Webb. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Anessa. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Hey, thank you
So
for
it's
having me.
absolutely, it's so good to have the top teacher from Carlong Publishers with us. I don't know that I've ever interviewed another top teacher on this show. So congratulations.
Thank you, Anessa. And it's not me being at the top. It was about 100 of us. So it was not just me being the top teacher. I was just one of.
One of the top
One
teachers.
of.
Oh, she's so humble. I love it. I love it. I love it.
It's
But
one of.
congrats, congrats,
Thank
congrats.
you. Thank you.
So tell us a little bit more about yourself. I mean, I just read a bio, but you give us
Yeah.
an insider as to who you are.
All right. So for me, I'm passionate about what I do. Anything that I do, Anissa, I'm passionate about it.
Mhm.
I'm very persistent. Um, my colleagues and person can say for me to get work done, I really take no for an answer once I see that it can be done. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
very persistent in getting my work done. I'm
Mm-hmm.
dedicated. I'm a very hard worker. I'm not putting my own bells, but that's true. I work very, very hard. I believe in fairness
Mm-hmm.
and equality. Um, a mother of twins. That's me.
Okay, okay. I love
Twin
it. Hey, we're
boys.
gonna we're gonna jump to a quick break, but I definitely want to hear more from you when we return. Please
Yes,
stay
no
with us.
problem.
More on Campus Connection when we come back.
Jamaica and its workforce are advancing quickly. Life changing opportunities are arising. You need training and support. We are the Renewed Heart NSTA Trust, committed to providing new and emerging skills training and opportunities. Come to Heart. We'll help you claim your place in the workforce of the future.
Holiday season is here, and TGI Fridays is making it extra special this Christmas. Kick things off with our festive seasonal feast. The magic doesn't stop there. Look out for our 12 days of Fridays and our special holiday feast. Celebrate the season the Fridays way. Make your reservation today. And let's make your holiday deliciously unforgettable. Every day is a holiday at TGI's Open for Lunch and Dinner. We'll see you soon.
The joy of giving comes with rewarding you with cash prizes from RPOT of up to $2.4 million. Simply apply for a personal loan, auto loan, land loan, or mortgage from CIBC Caribbean. Once approved, you may be entered for a chance to be one of 3 lucky winners. Each winner will pull a card with a surprise cash prize of $250,000, $400,000, or $800,000. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/joy of giving. CIBC terms and conditions apply.
Jamaica, it's time to reset. Olame Events, in partnership with Papa San and Chevelle Franklin, present Reset 2025 on January 4 at the Manchester High School in Mandeville, featuring Papa San and Chevelle Franklin, Shirley Willis, Sandra Brooks, Lester Lewis, and Genesis Praise Squad's tribute to Lieutenant Stitchy. Ticket outlets include select Fontana Pharmacy locations and SpurOpen.com. Schoolers with IDs $1,500, church groups $3,500 each, regular $4,000, children $500, VIP $10,000. Don't miss it. Shop and win a mega kitchen from Megamart. Spend $6,000 or more before GCT at any Megamart location and fill out the entry form provided for a chance to win a brand new stove, fridge, and microwave this Christmas from Appliance Traders Limited. Visit us on social media to win monthly prizes courtesy of Lasco, Grace Foods, and Facey Commodity Company Limited. Promotion runs from September 30 to December 6th. Shop now to win a mega kitchen from Megamart. Best value by far. Conditions apply. Must be 18 years or older to enter. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming, and Lotteries Act.
Jamaica and its workforce are advancing quickly. Life changing opportunities are arising. You need training and support. We are the Renewed Heart NSTA Trust, committed to providing new and emerging skills training and opportunities. Come to Heart. We'll help you claim your place in the workforce of the future.
Shop and win a mega kitchen from Megamart. Spend $6,000 or more before GCT at any Megamart location and fill out the entry form provided for a chance to win a brand new stove, fridge, and microwave this Christmas from Appliance Traders Limited. Visit us on social media to win monthly prizes courtesy of Lasco, Grace Foods, and Facey Commodity Company Limited. Promotion runs from September 30 to December 6th. Shop now to win a mega kitchen from Megamart. Best value by far. Conditions apply. Must be 18 years or older to enter. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming, and Lotteries Act.
Welcome back to Campus Connection. It is brought to you by the Heart NSTA Trust, Skill is Power, and TGI Fridays at TGIF. Every day is Friday, so that means Tuesdays are the new Fridays. So I'm Anessa, and with me is Mrs. Claudette Douglas Webb. She is in our honor roll segment. She's an educator, senior teacher, and before the break, I was getting to know her a little bit. Now, I understand that you have some experience teaching overseas. Can you tell us a little bit about that? What's the difference? Is there a difference between teaching overseas and teaching here in Jamaica?
Um, I went to the UK. So
Mm-hmm.
I was in England. I West Exec. It was a Catholic school to be exact. So it was
Mm-hmm.
a Christian school, yes. Um, what I found was that the curriculum is quite similar to what we have here in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Because I taught food technology then.
Okay.
And what I also found is that the difference basically is that they were more, let's say, hands-on,
Mm-hmm.
practical,
Mm-hmm.
while we focus mainly on theory for the
Mm.
most part, but they were mostly hands-on.
Okay.
And as it relates to resources, I
Mm-hmm.
think they had more resources more than we have in Jamaica at this particular time, both human and material resources. Because at any given time, you're in a classroom, you're not in a classroom alone, you
Mm-hmm.
have somebody to assist you. So that's where we have the difference in terms of resources that we work with. And
Mm.
I think, too, another difference that I found, which was quite surprising, is that in Jamaica, our parents, I think, are more collaborative than what I experienced in that country. I
Wow.
meet more with my Jamaican parents than I would than when I was there. So I
Mm.
think our parents are more collaborative here as it
Mm-hmm.
relates meeting with teachers and finding out what is happening without an incident before they are at school.
So
That's what I
tell
found.
tell me a little bit more about why home economics and uh, many persons have the belief that you study that if you don't know what else to do, and I believe I have a
Yeah.
quote here where you cited something similar. So why did you choose home economics?
I'm passionate about it. As I said before, I think it all came from my mom. She instilled a lot in us because she had what, six girls growing up with her, two sets of twins. Yes, because I'm a
Mm.
twin as well. I'm a pure twin as
What? And you have
well.
twins?
Twins, yes. My sister have twins, so it's in the family.
Wow.
So I think she instilled a lot in us as we were growing up about not just about taking care of herself, but maintaining the home, ensuring that everything is okay. She taught us how to cook, how to sew, everything she taught us. So I think that was instilled in me from an early age. And then I found out that this thing was actually taught in schools. And
Mm.
when I got there, I just enjoyed it. I loved it. I'm passionate about it. And
Wow.
I enjoy the other subjects, but this was what I found my niche and I
This
enjoy.
is the
So
thing.
I did.
I love the passion that I'm hearing coming from you.
Yes,
Is there
I
anyone you would like is there anyone you would like to thank or to shout out for just their contribution in your
can I
life?
call names?
Of
Um,
course.
I when I was going to Rest Primary and Junior High School, I had some wonderful teachers. I can remember Mrs. Thomas, Mrs.
Mhm.
Mendez, Mrs. Carney Russell at my high school. Mrs. Neal, I think she was the best English teacher this ever. She was so good. And when I saw, and most of my teachers when I was growing up were females.
Mhm.
I saw how they carried themselves. I saw how they interacted with the students, and
Mhm.
they were just uplifting women. I
Mhm.
saw because I like to dress up, I like to look nice, and that was something they impressed on me from an
Mhm.
early age. To no matter what, you have to present yourself professionally and with pride, and it has carried me through my entire life. And those women, they just embodied all of that, and that
Mhm.
was something I emulated from an early age.
Love it, love it, love it. Well, it's certainly been a treat talking with you, Mrs. Douglas Webb. I wish we had more
Thank you.
time to go into a lot more of your
Yes.
story, but unfortunately, we are out of time, and we certainly appreciate just all you do for our students, for our
Thank
nation,
you.
And congratulations again. I know you're not the only winner of the Top Teacher Award, but you certainly
100 and
are one.
something.
Congratulations again, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
All right, all right. You just heard from Mrs. Claudette Douglas Webb, educator, senior teacher, and persons in the comments were bigging her up as well. Donette Norman said, "Good evening, Mrs. Douglas Webb." And we certainly appreciate our teachers as we approach the Christmas holidays. I'm hoping you guys get enough Christmas gifts. But yes, it's now time for I Chose Christ. This is our testimony feature. And on today's episode, it is brought to us by Zengiani Walker from Kingston College. Listen in and be blessed.
Good afternoon. My name is Zengiani and I'm a fifth form student. I was a very frustrated child when I was, younger. And that was due to a lack of understanding to a lot of things. Because I was a very curious individual and all my questions could not have been answered because those around me were not able to answer such things. And that made me very frustrated because I wanted to know, right? But coming to the Lord, there has been much more clarity granted to me, I believe. And shortly, as time passed, really, my questions got answered, and there was much more peace and, joy in that sense because there's much more understanding. You understand yourself and the individuals around you much better. You understand some aspects of this world much better through reading the word and praying, and having that personal relationship with him. I believe that a lot of individuals nowadays, though, are just like that. They really do need to come to the Lord because them feeling frustrated and angry due to not understanding some things. They may act out on people and they may end up hurting themselves, right? And that is not good. So seeing as to how Christ was the path that I followed, right? And it has proven so for me. I really would implore others to join this journey. So I chose Christ, and you should too.
Thank you so much to Zengiani Walker of Kingston College for reminding us that God is a counselor, He's a comforter, and He is a friend. We wish you all the best, Zengiani, as you continue in your personal relationship with the Lord. And we have now our creative block, and we're getting ready to talk with Mrs. Chantal Gordon. She's the owner / pastry chef at Cakes by Chantal. And we love a good story about food around here. Hello, Mrs. Gordon. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Anesta. Thank you so much for having me.
So, Cakes by Chantal. Am I saying your name right, Chantal?
You're saying it right, Chantal. Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So tell me a little bit about the business and what are the offerings that you have.
All right. So Cakes by Chantal, we offer designer cakes and pastries for all sorts of events, whether it's a wedding, a birthday party, office party, whatever you're having. So we don't just do wedding cakes. We do birthday cakes, designer cakes. If you want desserts and other sweet items, we do that too. I'm so sorry that I wasn't able to show you my Facebook page or my Instagram.
No, you're right. Oh, you must.
So you can see. But yeah, so
I guess we just have to imagine.
Yeah, or you can always go on over to designer.cakes by Chantal over on Instagram or over on Facebook, and you'll see what I have there. So yeah.
Love it, love it, love it. We're going to a quick break, but when we return, more from Mrs. Gordon on Cakes by Chantal. Stay with us here on Campus Connection.
What is a credit card? A credit card is far more than a piece of plastic. A credit card is a loan which is tied to your account at a financial institution. Remember, you still have to pay back the institution on time for any transactions. It's not your money. You have to pay it back or your credit profile will suffer. If you don't pay it back in full, interest will be charged on any outstanding amount. If you don't pay in full, interest will be charged on any outstanding amount.
This financial literacy tip was brought to you by Bank of Jamaica, building an inclusive economy.
Here again, Bible Society of the West Indies will be having its pre-Christmas store-wide sale December 16 to 24. Discounts range from 15% to 80%. Come and visit us at 24 Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10, opposite the Halfway Tree Municipal Court. Come get your Bibles, books, devotionals, and other scripture resources for adults and children at discounted prices. It's the Bible Society's pre-Christmas store-wide sale December 16 to 24, 2024.
Some call it home, but Jamaicans say yard. Whether it's our house or country, we love we yard, especially at Christmas. There's only one store with only Jamaican products for your yard. It's Things Jamaican. Take the yard with new yard brands this Christmas. Shop 30 new yard brands in food, fashion, and decor. Get exclusive deals, discounts, free gifts, and social media prizes. Check thingsjamaicanshopping.com for more. Things Jamaican, home of authentic Jamaican brands.
Sometimes all we need is a listening ear. The listening ear, the counseling, the logical reasoning, and spiritual guidance are what appeal to us. That's why I'm here. I'm Dr. Joan Pinkney, the counselor, your counselor on Love 101 FM, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 10 to 11 p.m. You know you can call on me. I will listen and more. So let's talk about what's bothering you. Anything. Tune in, listen, call in, text or voice message. I'm Dr. Joan Pinkney, counseling psychologist, ready with a listening ear, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 10 to 11 p.m. Right here on the family station, Love 101 FM.
We are the campus students step up in a pride to be
It is 6:02 p.m. and you are listening to Campus Connection here on the Family Station. Welcome back to the show. Just before the break, we were talking with Mrs. Chantal Gordon. She's the owner, pastry chef at Cakes by Chantal. And let me just ask this, because you didn't come with any pictures, so I have to imagine. What kind of cakes, what kind of pastries do you do or do you specialize in?
All right, so I specialize, obviously, in Jamaica. Traditionally, most persons, well, I'm gonna say used to, want fruit cake. I say
Yeah.
used to because now what I've been having is more orders of like pistachio cake. People want cheesecake for wedding cakes. They want berry cake. They want orange, plain chocolate. I've done full chocolate wedding cakes, like
Wow.
full chocolate. Yes. So people are doing what they like for their wedding. They're not just going with traditions anymore. And as far as desserts are concerned, I specialize in a lot of contemporary desserts like mousse cakes, mousse cups. I do panna cottas,
Okay.
yeah,
Panna
creme
cotta.
brulees, yes.
Creme
So if
brulee.
I'm
Look here,
yeah,
is
if
that
I'm
is that
doing
real pastry chef needs to know?
yeah, so if I'm doing like a dessert table, I normally do some small bite-sized portions. Maybe if it's a wedding of 50 guests, then I do 50 of, say, a selection of 3 different dessert items, depending on what the client wants.
I love
So
it.
mhm.
So what about for persons maybe on a special diet? Do you cater to the vegans and the diabetics and
So I do offer desserts that are vegan, and I've had, especially now in the Christmas time, there are so many people who they want to indulge in Christmas cake, but they can't because it's too sweet or they're diabetic and they're trying to stay away from it. So there are diabetic options for Christmas cakes and also diabetic options for some of my desserts as well.
love it, love it, love it. We certainly appreciate you coming on and just keep being creative, keep doing what you do. Before you go, is there anybody you want to shout out and big up?
I want to say shout out to my church family, Church of God of Prophecy, Bendon, one Bendon. Yes.
Wow. Okay. All right. You hear that, Bendon, Church of God and Prophecy. Mrs. Chantal Gordon says hello to all of you. Well, thanks, Chantal, for being with us on Campus Connection. We certainly wish you all the best.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Wow, wow, wow. You just heard from the owner, pastry chef of Cakes by Chantal. And we just want to remind you that you're listening to Campus Connection. It's brought to you by Heart NSTA Trust, Skill is Power, and TGI Fridays. At TGIF, every day is Friday. So if you haven't already done so, hop into the comment section and let us know, what will you be doing for Christmas? We need to know. Do you have plans? Where you going? Where you traveling to? Are you taking a plane? Are you taking a bus? Are you riding a donkey? We want to know because we're fast over here. But yes, Campus Connection, we are definitely looking forward to the Christmas holiday period. As for me and my house, we will be home for Christmas. Amen, church. So Kevin Galloway says, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year when it comes to you, your family, and your relatives and friends. So a Merry Christmas to you too, Kevin Galloway. Certainly appreciate the comments coming in. Now we also have some so I believe we have some people joining us, right? Because this is our campus celebration. This is that part of the show where we look at what are some of the things that we've been able to accomplish. We just kind of reflect on how this year went. We just kind of talk about the good times and the bad times. And I mean, I didn't have any bad times. Did you have any bad times on this show? I mean, outside of the show, yes. But on the show, it was all fun and games. It was all laughter and just a good time. So, if you'll recall, in September, we had our campus orientation where we went beyond the scores. We looked at what were some of the reasons for the failure that we saw in some persons' CSEC and CAPE examinations. We looked at what was the cause of those grades being so low. We also looked at our school nutrition policy in the month of September. And I believe we went on from there to talk about school safety. So if you remember in October, we dealt with school safety. We dealt with something called the economics of education. You know, looking at funding education in a sustainable way, making sure that our students can get the best education and that our teachers get remunerated for all the hard work that they do. So we did two, I believe, two episodes on that. And then we went into balancing extracurricular activities with academics. So we did speak to some of our students who were just really, really, really doing the balancing act. They're in 10 different clubs and a part of this association and that association, but still managing to do well in school. And we certainly give our hats off to them. And then last month, we went into our youth and technology segment, which that's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites because with youth and technology we get to learn of some of the new technologies that are out there, and most importantly we get to learn how our young people are taking advantage of those technologies. And I definitely wish my co-host was here to just kind of reflect with me, but I do have to apologize for him not being here. uh he really wanted to be here, but please accept his apologies. But that just reminds me that we have our producer on with us. Hello, Mr. Producer.
Hello, good evening.
So I've been here reflecting by myself, and then I realized my producer is here. I can more than have this whole experience with you right now.
Yeah. I'm
So
telling you, I can't believe that it's the end of the year already.
I know this
Uh,
is
we, ju-
crazy. This
we just started, and
I
and for
know.
the for the term, and as I was just going through the day today and thinking about this afternoon and everything and so on, like it's kind of sad because you're used to you look forward to a Friday, a Tuesday
Mhm,
afternoon, right? Now
mhm.
being Friday, we want to say
Right?
big up TGI Friday, yeah, for doing that, and we hope that they will come on board next year again, with us,
Absolutely.
and here, and we want to say too for persons who continue to reach out to us at Campus Connection. People are really, the students are coming in.
Mhm,
Many times you will see students on. They are the ones reaching out. They hear that their friend,
mhm.
was featured on the program, and so they are sending in, numbers, connections, and so that's what we are about.
Love
And
it.
so, it has been awesome, really an awesome time
Because
for me.
the funny thing is, I've always wondered, like, how do you get in touch with as the producer, how you get in touch with so many students from so many different walks of life from all over the island, and not just students, but teachers, principals. It's like you're in touch with everyone, and it's good to know that some of these persons are actually listening to the show and saying, "Hey, I want to be a part of Campus Connection," because we want them to know that you're more than welcome to share. If you have a gift, a talent, if you're doing something that could inspire others, we definitely want them on the show. That's what we're about.
Yeah, and we are not just about one thing. So next year, just to pivot a little bit and talk about next year, God's willing, we're looking forward to more persons coming on. As you
Yeah.
would have seen this season, we had not just one club,
Hmm.
but we had several persons on.
Love it.
And for me,
Yeah.
one of my not that's our favorite show because I don't want to get in trouble. But one of the shows I really enjoyed
Be
was the one
diplomatic right now.
you know, poor age. I'm telling you, Javon Bailey.
Hmm.
It so happens that Javon, company or 4-H organization, I would
Hmm.
have been in dialogue with them.
Hmm.
And I didn't know Javon was going to come on, but Javon is the PR. So, the PR person will speak.
Right,
And they're
right.
sitting here, and I knew Javon from high school. And so I
Wow.
know Javon, when Javon could not, talk, stand in front of a crowd and, deliver a speech. And I just sat and I watched Javon and I'm like, whoa,
Wow.
so yeah. And to just answer about the connection, it's not about me. We really
Absolutely.
have to just big up God and just, God, who is Jesus Christ. And I'm just so happy about this season
Yeah.
and just the connections because as an individual, we are connected to other people.
Yeah.
And so, well, yeah, you were saying
And
something.
and many people don't know this, but guys, our producer is himself a teacher. He's a home economics teacher at that. I don't
Why
know if
did you see
you're
you're
able
using
to
this upper
imagine.
I see why I set myself up for now, honestly. You're using this opportunity now to yeah,
Absolutely,
continue.
because I find it fascinating that first of all you're a male and you're a home economics teacher. That's not the conventional aspect of teaching that a male would go into. Like we have many male physics and chemistry and bio teachers, but when it comes to home economics, not as much. So first of all, kudos for that.
Yeah.
But
And I just use the minute that we have before the final break, right?
Mhm.
Just to say, persons sometimes wonder or come up to me and say, why did you do homework?
Yeah,
Really and truly, I didn't really choose homework in a
home ec
sense.
chose you.
Yeah, no, I really because I went to industrial arts class
Hmm.
in grade 7 and I got sick. And so I had allergies in terms of dust and so forth. So my mom and dad decided to put me in the girl class, which was home
Oh.
ec. And so I went to home ec from grade 7. That's Geisel High School, big up Geisel High School,
Mhm.
right? And so I was the only male in the entire school doing homework so I got the T's in and everything until my friends realized that they was cooking. Yeah, I made a lot of friends after that.
Absolutely. I love it, love it, love it. Well, Jermaine, we're going to a break now, but
Right.
when we return, more Campus Connection, you definitely want to stick and stay with us.
The holiday season is here, and TGI Fridays is making it extra special this Christmas. Kick things off with our festive seasonal feast. The magic doesn't stop there. Look out for our 12 Days of Fridays and our special holiday feast. Celebrate the season the Fridays way. Make your reservation today. And let's make your holidays deliciously unforgettable. Every day is a holiday at TGIF. Open for lunch and dinner. We'll see you soon.
New story is being written for all Jamaicans. The Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation is on a mission to transform lives, from increasing access to potable water, providing secure homes for the most vulnerable, and helping you own a piece of the rock. We're revitalizing communities and preserving our environment. And with every road built and every investment made, we're making an impact. See the difference. Feel the difference. Building a better Jamaica for you and me.
Magic sparkling non-alcoholic wine, guaranteed to have a good time.
White grape, red grape, strawberry, peach. Any celebration, the buckle of reach. Pink and blue magic, papa baby shower. Mixed fruit, pineapple, coconut, good for every hour. I'm the Jamaican, sorry. Mix our straight, everybody can manage.
Make magical moments with Magic Sparkling.
Okay, we are on the campus nights. Students are stuck up in a prize.
Welcome back to Campus Connection. If you're just joining us, this program is brought to you by the Heart NSTA Trust, Skill is Power, and TGI Fridays at TGIF. Every day is Friday. So I wanted to know from all of you who are listening and haven't jumped into the comment section yet, what will you be doing for Christmas? I have seen some responses, but I definitely want to hear from you. So if you haven't hopped over to the comments yet, we're live on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok at Love 101 FM Jamaica. What will you be doing for the Christmas holidays? Now, Angela Lewis Henry says she's acknowledging the reason for the season, as she always does. Nothing more than the norm. A little more food, yes. Yes, we have to talk about the food. Giving a helping hand where I can. That's awesome, Angela. Rosalie says, good evening. I will be spending my Christmas in my bed with a broken kneecap, recovering from surgery. So sorry to hear, Rosalie, but we're certainly wishing you a speedy recovery. And I believe it's Cynthia who says she's listening. That might have been from earlier where we asked for the Clarendonians to represent. But yes, Jermaine, what will you be doing for the Christmas holidays?
Wow, I'm telling you, for me, family time. I know, and one of the things I love is that my wife helped to set some of the boundaries, because I will just keep going at times. And so, she will say, block the time and say, family time. So for me, it's spending time with family and getting engaged in some, activities that I'm not necessarily able to while teaching. It's just a few days, but, you try to reconnect or connect with persons we haven't really, seen physically. You might talk on the phone, but you want to go and, make that visit to your family member that you haven't seen for a long time. So that's it. And for me too, I think, the Christmas season, not just a Christmas Day, but Boxing Day and New Year's Eve and New Year's, and just want to stay here. And we know that love will be at Genesis. So we have to say, January 1, Genesis. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'll be doing. What will you be doing, Anissa?
Well, for me, I love every Christmas, probably in the last 3 to 4 years, I've tried to spend it somewhere different. So I love to travel. So that's definitely on the agenda for this holiday. Traveling to be with other family members. Because, even people that are not blood relatives can still be a family. So I'm
Yes.
looking forward to just traveling, to being able to spend time with those that I don't get to see often, and to just strengthen those bonds and connections. I'm looking forward to the food. I'm so sorry if this is not politically correct, but the food at Christmas time seems to be extra better.
No, I'm
And
not
I
gonna
love
trouble
I'm a
out with the
foodie.
food part because I'm saying that you are able to just, consume these
I'm a
calories
foodie.
and your body deals with you well.
Yeah, let's put
Unlike
it that
other
way.
persons, don't go honest as way. As a nutritionist, watch the calories. Honest as some, our body works differently, metabolic rate, everything.
I
Right.
do watch the calories though. So you can still have variety, you just, smaller portions. That's the trick.
Right, right,
Smaller
right. Smaller
portions.
portion.
Yes.
But it is so good. And just us talking about the season alone,
Hmm.
and just this atmosphere. I tell persons that, this time there is a difference. And so
Yeah.
we know there are a lot of debates around, and whether it was this time or that time in terms
Right.
of Christ's birth, but we know that there's just a difference that takes place when it's Christmas time. And
Mhm.
and we just want to say to person, I'm not gonna preach, because I know both of us can preach, right, Anista? But
Mhm.
we just want to say to persons that you know Christ, that's where it's at. All of the things around us will go, the presence and just all what we revel in,
Mhm.
and I use that word with quotations, that we enjoy. But
Yeah.
if we don't really have a relationship with Christ,
Mhm.
it can, spin off into so many other things. And we want to also, ask persons to share the love,
Yeah.
really share the love. I saw an article by Mr. Silton Townsend. He's, one of the persons, a part of Love Family, Hello Neighbor. And he
Mhm.
was sharing with, persons to be careful
Mhm.
in the Christmas season. So although we are giving, we still need to be alert. And just this week, I had a little, I want to say, a close moment when I
Mhm.
was coming out of my house. This is like 7 o'clock in the morning,
Mhm.
and a gentleman was signaling to me that I should be looking because there was a car somehow suspected driving around with men,
Mhm.
pouncing on people and taking their phones and
Mhm.
that kind of thing. So we want to also encourage our campus sites and people around just to be safe,
Yeah.
to be vigilant, and let's look out for our neighbors. Share what you have. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And, even as you said that, I'm reminded of what the angels said to the shepherds. I don't know if you remember that story. As Jesus was being born, they said that this time of year would bring peace and goodwill towards men. And
Yes.
that's really what the Christmas holiday is about. We remember the birth of our Lord Jesus, and we also use the opportunity to spread and share goodwill. Do something for someone that is of absolutely no benefit to you. Give to someone, sacrifice something for someone else, and you'll be blessed just by doing that. Because, we certainly feel it's like a peace that comes over just the world during this time of year. As you said, it might not be historically accurate if this is the right time when Christ was born, but the important thing is that we are celebrating the fact that he was born. So,
Yes, I'm just as we kind of come to the end, and we're here
mhm,
today as reflection and interaction. I
yeah.
just want to say thanks to the team, and it's always a pleasure. From just all the features. I know we're not at the credits yet, but
Yeah.
I have to use the opportunity to just say persons volunteer their time to
Mhm.
ensure that everything is done on a weekly basis. When persons, as I said, hear about the news and bulletin. These are students, in
Mm-hmm.
either high school or college
Mm-hmm.
that gets an opportunity to
Mm-hmm.
really not just showcase their talent, but to read the news, and many of them are also studying journalism. So it's
Yeah.
us as Love 101 also giving them some kind of mentorship. And when you hear about the honor roll, I said most times it's a recommendation that we made. I chose Christ, our favorite feature.
Yeah.
That one is just I know that whatever it is that we do come next year, this cannot move, right?
I
Christ
agree.
has to be
100%.
here. And I know all of us, are agreeing to that. And today we had a special thing where we had honor roll and creative block, wherein we wanted to end with that. And the persons who came on, it was just good for that. So we want to, say thank you to every single person who volunteered throughout the time, throughout the season,
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is that you did. And I must, use this opportunity to just, do a quick plug that, SCFSU is
Mm-hmm.
having their discipleship camp that's coming up, and you would have heard it in the news and bulletin. And we want persons to really pray for SCFSU, the parent organization for UCCF and ISCF, that we support these initiative, that they are doing, because this is where it's at. Our children really need God, but
Mm-hmm.
many don't know Him. And
Yeah.
so the way how we knew, you go to church every day, and sometimes, right? And it's like every day, like you leave school
Mm-hmm.
and, there's something happening at church and you go to church.
Right.
No, we're not in that era where parents are sending children to church or even going to church. And so we have to also be compassionate, and let's support these groups and just help our schools to be better for 2025. What's your wish or hope for next year? Actually,
Mine is I just want to see, even through this program, just how the Lord has been using it, and I believe He'll continue to do that. And even for those that are listening, I wish you a wonderful, a happy new year. I wish you a very Merry Christmas, a holy time where you're just spending it with family, where you're reflecting on our Lord. And, even for you, Jermaine, just how hard you work producing this show, I definitely want to know that you are resting throughout these holiday periods, because I know you're a workaholic. You're kind of like me.
I'm
I know
resting
you're.
and marking. Just want to say that so my school knows I'll be marking the papers, right? Yes, I'll be resting and marking.
Good, good, good.
You
Well,
know,
it's that time.
yeah, it's that time. Imagine, right? So I want to
Wow.
say thanks. Thank you, Jonathan, for your hard work. I see a comment here. I want to put up this comment. Yes, thank you so much, Danet Norman. Is saying, yeah, wishing you a wonderful holiday, God's grace for 2025. Indeed. So you are going to close us out now. You are the host. I'm
Ah.
just here, coming on this evening just to share in the festivity. But over to you, Anesta, and as you close us out for 2024.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jermaine, or you just heard from our producer, guys, and you see why our show is so organized, because even while he's on air, he's keeping us on check with our timing. But thank you, Jermaine, for the excellent work that you're doing in producing this show. Also, thank you to Dr. Nadine Blair, our operations slash programs manager. And thank you to our campus liaisons, Shania Smith and David Sutton, our news support, Latifa Reed, our digital media person, Raquel Robertson, and Ruth Lawrence, our campus consultant. We want to say thank you to our guests for today's show, Miss Ashara Barnett of the University of Technology. She did our education news and bulletin. Thank you to Mrs. Claudette Douglas Webb, our honor roll feature, and to Zengiani Walker of Kingston College for the I Chose Christ feature. Thank you so much to Mrs. Chantal Gordon, the pastry chef at Cakes by Chantal. And we also want to thank all of our Campus Connection team members, everyone who participated in the show. Thank you to you, our valued listeners who make Campus Connection what it is. And of course, how could we forget our sponsors, the Heart NSDA Trust, Skill is Power, and TGI Fridays at TGIF Every Day is Friday. We will see you next year right here on Campus Connection. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
This holiday season, JPS and Partners Cooperative Credit Union Limited wants you to spruce up